Gretchen Rubin, The Happiness Project, Revised Edition, or Why I Spent a Year Trying to Sing in the Morning, Clean My Closets, Fight Right, Read Aristotle, and generally have more fun. Embark on a journey to a more fulfilling and joyful life with Gretchen Rubin's The Happiness Project, Revised Edition. This book summary takes you through Rubin's year-long endeavor to attain a higher level of happiness by setting concrete goals and adhering to measurable resolutions. Learn to tackle everyday tasks and stay true to yourself with principles like Do It Now and Be Gretchen. Moreover, discover how Rubin achieved positive changes in her life by focusing on her relationships, improving her parenting, fostering friendships, finding satisfaction in her work, and cultivating mindfulness, all while embracing her authentic self.
The Road to Happiness. Gretchen Rubin realized that people are better equipped to work towards concrete goals than abstract ones such as happiness. To achieve this, she formulated measurable resolutions that served as general guidelines in all phases of her experiment. These instructions centered around staying true to herself and carrying out tasks as they arose rather than putting them off. With the motto, "Change your life without changing your life," Rubin aimed to be happier and more satisfied with the existing state of her life by finding happiness in small steps and daily life moments. Boosting energy levels. Adequate sleep, a balanced diet, exercise, and decluttering are vital to boost energy levels, which in turn leads to happiness, according to Gretchen Rubin in her book, The Happiness Project. Gretchen Rubin, in her book The Happiness Project, emphasizes the importance of energy and vitality to achieve self-satisfaction. Feeling energized gives us the zeal to engage in sports or social events leading to moments of happiness. Rubin's topmost priority in her happiness project was to have more energy. But what produces energy? Rubin discovered that adequate sleep, a balanced diet, and physical activity are the keys to boosting energy levels. Lack of sleep weakens our immune systems and slows down the metabolism, while outdoor activities enhance thinking capabilities, producing serotonin and dopamine hormones, responsible for happiness. Rubin suggests taking 10,000 steps every day to improve overall fitness. She even got herself a pedometer to keep track of her steps, which made her more active. Decluttering, too, is vital as it reduces unnecessary work. Sorting things out is satisfying, leading to higher energy levels for more productive activities. Rubin found that crossing things off her to-do list gave her little boosts of happiness that didn't require too much effort. In conclusion, appropriate sleep, a healthy diet, decluttering, and engaging in physical activities are essential for higher energy levels contributing to happiness. Life can be enjoyed thoroughly by having a good work-life balance while tending to both physical and mental health. Happy relationships last longer. Rubin's research shows that happy relationships positively affect our overall happiness and that we can cultivate harmony by working on ourselves and reducing negativity in our interactions with our partners. Rubin's research reveals that happy relationships positively impact our overall happiness. In other words, the quality of our relationships with loved ones sets the standard for the level of happiness we experience in other areas of life. To cultivate such harmony, Rubin suggests working on ourselves and reducing negativity in our interactions with partners. To achieve this objective, Rubin made a concerted effort to keep negative habits and unnecessary arguments to herself. She recognized the exhaustion that came with burdening her partner with complaints and resolved to no longer transfer so many negative feelings onto him. Instead, she replaced rude remarks and accusations with neutrally voiced, one-word reminders. This simple shift in behavior not only made her husband happy but also improved her overall mood. Rubin also internalized Reverdy's words that, "There is no such thing as love, but rather only proofs of love." To prove her love to her partner, she practiced extreme kindness for 1 week without any expectation of praise or reward. By surprising her husband with small gestures and tokens of appreciation, without asking for anything in return, Rubin discovered that this approach generated positive feelings in both her and her spouse. To maintain a happy relationship, Rubin recommends learning how to fight right by avoiding fundamental debates about the mistakes our partner is supposedly making. She emphasizes the importance of not taking each other for granted and constantly examining the way we treat our partner. Finally, Rubin notes that we must understand that it takes at least 5 positive actions to offset a single negative action in a relationship. As such, it's crucial to reduce negative interactions to maximize positive experiences in our relationships. Happiness in parenting. Author Gretchen Rubin explores the idea that children are a long-term source of happiness for adults. To nurture this happiness, she made a conscious effort to be more playful and tender with her 2 daughters. Her strategy included refraining from emotional outbursts and scolding and fostering a happy mood by singing and finding humor in everyday challenges. Rubin also took her children's feelings seriously and engaged in time-consuming activities with them. Through these efforts, she found that getting along better with her children helped her drop stress in her everyday life and become a happier mother. The paradox of friendship. Rubin's book, The Happiness Project, explores the paradox of friendship and how we often don't have time for all our friends, causing feelings of guilt and anger. She suggests deliberately making time for our social lives and practicing generosity as a source of happiness in friendships. By remembering birthdays, staying in touch, and spending time with friends, we can improve our relationships and happiness. Rubin also emphasizes that being happy ourselves is the surest way to make others happy and that we don't need to spend lots of money on gifts to make our friends happy. Instead, helping them out and being there for them when they need us can double our happiness. By practicing these principles, Rubin expanded her circle of friends and found true happiness in her social life. The relationship between work and happiness. In her book, Rubin highlights the idea of finding happiness through work, encouraging readers to embrace challenges and engage in new experiences. She stresses that the feeling of growth and self-confidence derived from working is an inexhaustible source of recognition and happiness. Rubin herself transitioned from a stable job in the legal field to a career in writing, which became her passion. By setting ambitious goals and learning new skills such as blogging, she gained a sense of pride and self-esteem, leading to a significant increase in happiness. She emphasizes the importance of cherishing the little moments of success and continuously seeking out new challenges to achieve fulfillment in work. Rubin's message is that work and happiness are inextricably linked, and individuals should have the courage to pursue their passions as their careers for a fulfilling and meaningful life. Finding your fun. Everyone deserves to have free time that is both enjoyable and relaxing. However, what constitutes as fun varies from person to person, and some may feel guilty for not having more cultivated hobbies. The author suggests that the key to finding your own happiness is to engage in activities that you've enjoyed since childhood, try out new hobbies, and even start a collection. She shares her own experience of rediscovering her passion for making collages and starting a children's literature reading group. Additionally, she found joy in collecting bluebird figures, which allowed her to have a little bit of chaos in an otherwise orderly home. The author believes that having fun and pursuing hobbies is essential to happiness and suggests keeping a diary to track what works best. Money and happiness. Money is not a guarantee for happiness, but it can make people's lives easier. Spending money wisely on fulfilling goals like fitness, nutrition, and social events can boost happiness. While consumer behavior may not always lead to happiness, Rubin's observation highlights the positive feeling of growth associated with making purchases that add value to one's life. Rather than engaging in excessive spending, people should choose purchases that make their lives more pleasant and, in turn, lead to happiness. Living a life of gratitude and spirituality. Research shows that spiritual people live happier, healthier, and longer lives. Author Gretchen Rubin was intrigued by this concept and decided to integrate gratitude and spirituality into her daily life. She began a one-sentence diary to record meaningful moments and updated her last will and testament to confront death. Rubin also incorporated small meditation sessions and kept a gratitude notebook to focus on the things in life she appreciated. Ultimately, her experience led her to the realization that recognizing the finite nature of life can enhance the enjoyment of each moment. The Art of Mindfulness. The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama helped Rubin discover mindfulness and improve her overall well-being. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment and paying conscious and unbiased attention to all things. Rubin started with keeping a food diary and realized her unhealthy eating habits were the cause of her bad moods. She then experimented with other techniques such as hypnosis and laughter yoga that made her more mindful of her thoughts and actions. She learned that happiness-boosting activities can be done alone or with a course, and being mindful can lead to a happier life.
In conclusion, The Happiness Project, Revised Edition, is a comprehensive guide on how one can attain increased happiness without making drastic changes to their daily life. Instead, Rubin emphasizes the importance of adopting concrete goals and universal principles that can be applied in various aspects of life, from work and relationships to parenting and fostering friendships. The book encourages readers to embrace small steps, pay attention to moments of happiness, and strive for continuous improvement. By focusing on maximizing well-being in everyday life, Rubin demonstrates that true happiness is not the result of radical transformations, but rather the culmination of countless small, everyday moments.